Good morning, everyone! I'm going to play Crusader Kings 2, Modern Times, as Islamic State. Yeah, we are playing as ISIS. This is a mod which allows us to play in any time from 1837 to 2016. Well, I wrote this mod even a while ago. It's not like a total conversion, it mostly changes the map and changes some mechanics minimally, but it's not like a total conversion mod, it's still basically the same game, so it's like an alternative reality where the entire world is still feudal, even if it has this, like modern politicians and modern borders. So let's start in modern times. And one of the interesting characters is obviously Vladimir Putin, Petro Poroshenko of Ukraine, Nicholas Sturgeon of Scotland, and Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi of Islamic State. And that's exactly who we're going to play as. So let's start. I have a bunch of mods, including like anime faces mods, and there's a lot of additional mods in addition to Modern Times, so if anybody's super interested, I may actually gather them and make a list. But let's start. I'm going to start with a short overview of what the hell is going on here. Okay, so as you can see, this is Modern Times. There's not enough place to have China, so there's a Xinjiang here, which is like this autonomous region in China, and everybody else is more or less as they're supposed to. So there's Germany, there's Angela Merkel of Germany, and there's Protestants who are like the Catholic heresy, and there's Emperor Francois of France, Francois Hollande, and as much as possible I try to get the kings and maybe presidents and not like prime ministers, so you have Empress Elizabeth, and there's no David Cameron in this mod. So you have basic people. So at the empire level, you have Spain, you have France, you have UK, you have Germany, you have Italy, and I gave entire Rome to the Pope just because it looks much better than just having a one barony. I know it's like we just get taking a lot of shortcuts of history. Of course, Putin is an emperor, and whoever is ruling India is an emperor. Samrat Chakavan Narendra Modi. And yeah, Pakistan is just a kingdom, and Bangladesh is just a kingdom. Everybody else, I think, is just a kingdom. Iran is, I think, a kingdom, and so on. So, before I go there, let's just take a quick look at some things. So this is the de jure map. There's still a Byzantine Empire. Because like none of this was really like even like early 20th century, like those people are still considered themselves Romans. Like the Greece as ethnicity is like an early 20th century thing. Most of them just still saw themselves as Romans, not as Greeks early on, so that makes some sense. And in most places, like whatever was the last empire, like Austria-Hungary, Commonwealth, all of them are de jure, so if you want to recreate any of them, you can. There's Persian Empire, Arabian Empire, and there's Abyssinia, which maybe is not the best thing ever, but then again in base game is also there. So there's some small changes from the base game. This was renamed the what was this, Wendish Empire or something like that, to just Commonwealth, which makes much more sense. And there's Russia, there's Tartaria, there's obviously India, including Bangladesh and Pakistan. In terms of religions, there's a lot of like random pagans left around just to let people play with some random pagans. I don't think there are any Norse around, but like there's some Sumenus characters, some leftover Tengri, some Yazidis, which are still there apparently. Like the Islamic State is actually fighting them like a lot. There's still random Miaphysites and so on. There's some random bits of Jews. The biggest group of Jews is obviously in modern Israel. So if you take a look at cultures, there's Ashkenazi culture here, there's Ukrainian, Romanian, Belarusian. Most of them are not terribly interesting. You can have like American culture if America decides to invade us, for example, which is a possibility. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, it might. Most of them look fairly sensible. I guess like one thing that the mod does is it systematically makes every minority much more prominent than it really is. So instead of having Russians basically everywhere, you have like all the random Russian minors, which is going to cause a lot of problems to the Russians, but if they manage to keep their empire together for like, let's say, 50, 100 years, all of this is probably gonna be Russian Orthodox. So you can take a look at, I think I turned off defensive pact, so there shouldn't be any. In terms of governments, still some tribal lands, which might be a bit silly at this point. I don't think I changed much of tribals to anything else. There are still nomads in Kazakhstan and Mongolia, so we could have some nomad action. And this one is a bit silly, so like it's not trying to be like serious mod of total conversion. And if you look at dynasties, you get like Modi, Hussein, Khamenei, al-Baghdadi, which is our Erdogan in Turkey, like Merkel dynasty, Windsor dynasty, Holland dynasty, and so on and so on. Hello, person watching it. So that's more or less it. So let's actually start playing. Oh, and one more thing. Everybody starts with a chance of having a random children, which is something I also did modded in vanilla game, because if you have like a start like let's say 769 star or whatever is the earliest start, it's like the Charlemagne start, because there's no historical record of the children, like nobody has any, so you can't have any dynastic politics until like the second generation. So the thing I started doing in vanilla and then I just added to this mod is that just give everybody random children. I mean, I could just actually research everybody's children, but that would just take forever. So people just started random children, so hopefully like the game is not going to end for everyone. There's also a small problem. That a lot of people are much older than in medieval era they would be able to be. So, for example, in Iran, Ali Khamenei is 77, so he's probably going to die pretty soon. And yeah, that's it, let's start. So the first objective, I would say, as Islamic State, we start with a bunch of event spawn troops, so we can actually like wreck people. Otherwise, Islamic State will probably get wrecked by Syria, Iraq, Iran, and everybody else. Of course, the event spawn troops are going to run out. We're going to run out of them quite soon. So let's take a look at our character. Diplomacy 1, Martial 7, Stewardship 14, Intrigue 8, Learning 4. It's like decent character more or less. Midas touched, Baronier, Cruel, Zealous, Gluttonous, and Shy. This is, by the way, all randomly generated except for like some small number of traits. We have 45, so we have a lot of time to actually have some children. We already apparently have 5 daughters, so we still need a son to inherit our caliphate, and we are a caliph of, well, all the Muslims, obviously. So we need to find ourselves a wife. Actually, we need to find ourselves 4 wives. So the best one would be just to get whoever is the Erdogan's daughter. He's got like a bunch of 2 daughters and some sons. I don't think he's going to allow us to marry any of his daughters, probably because political reasons. No political concerns. It's very like hard to guess what the hell political concerns means, but maybe you have CBs on each other. And let's take a look. I don't think so. No, Turkey is this one. It's Anatolia is renamed Turkey, but that's just... He might create a kingdom of Armenia, maybe, and then maybe he wants to get this Tal Bashir. Anyway, let's check who we can get, and let's give our daughters away in marriage to important people. So, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, those guys are just way too old. The guy in Mongolia actually isn't, so maybe we could marry the guy in Mongolia. We don't want to marry Arabia because I really want to just conquer them. Okay, so let's start. He has just 1 daughter. So, is she any good? Yeah, she's okay. 19, decent stats, so let's arrange marriage. Yep, everybody's happy. I actually want to get a marriage alliance with Iran, which sounds quite out of character. Okay, let's get this guy, 55. Sounds pretty old, but well. Okay, let's get a marriage alliance with Iran. Let's get one with... it's still one with Turkey, I'd like that. Don't think that's even possible. Would you like to marry one of my daughters? Probably not. Nope. Okay, so Egypt and Iran are probably the most important ones. And who else has any like significant amount of troops? 5k, 1k. Oh, because you're nomad, so you don't really have any. But I think Kazakhstan might actually be a major player. It's like a big nomadic realm, so if we can marry into Kazakh dynasty, that would be nice. No, you're too old. Let's get this guy married to one of our daughters. To Katera. Yeah, sure. And what else do we have? Yeah, we could... Okay, let's just get the first one so we have the right primary one. So pick an ambition and get married, probably. And... Oh, I don't have a get married ambition. I thought everybody has it. Oh, because I have children? Is that the reason? I don't know. Build a war chest, become king of Syria. That's actually not what I want. And become exalted among men. Sure. Don't see any reason not to become exalted among men. New important decisions. We can observe Ramadan and go into Hajj on Mecca. I don't actually want that. I want to just attack random dudes. So I want to attack Iraq and Syria, which is very much in character. Let's pick a focus. I would say... Normally I just go for seduction. No, I kinda need a son, but like... So I just go for... Family focus? What does it do? Diplomacy +2. That's, I guess, okay. Yeah, let's have a son. Okay, no Arab dynasty. Let's just ignore that. Yeah, titles and succession, I don't care about that right now. Special minor title. Oh yes, let's just grant... yeah, that looks fine. Oh, children like focus. Okay, what should we teach her? Affectionate and curious. What does that do? If you're affectionate and curious... Oh, okay, so she can get even more traits. With girls it doesn't really matter. So let's teach her... Okay, and now let's educate her. Indolent, fussy, and brave. It's nice that you're brave. Okay. Indolent, fussy, brave. Okay, intrigue focus, that sounds okay. Okay, yeah, we're going to need to rearrange the domain. The thing is, like, because I'm just a duke. Am I single duke or a double duke? I have just one duchy. Okay, so if I created a second duchy, I get +1 bonus to the main size. So I should do it at some point. But, like, the big thing we want to do is we want to become a king, and I think Arabia is the easiest one to become king of. So I could declare a war of caliphal subjugation because I'm a caliph. It would cost me 200 piety. And then I would get all of this. But first, let's actually get there. So, Sultan Fuad of Iraq has 12k troops. Sultan Bashar al-Assad of Syria has 10k troops. We have like a lot more because we have the event spawn troops. We should just make sure we don't actually lose them too early. That would be mildly embarrassing. And yeah, after we are a king, let's just make this a goal for the first session, just to become a king of something. So we could start attacking, or we could just... Yeah, sure, let's attack them. Holy War for Baghdad. Can I invade? What's the actual rule? Okay, so if the Shia, I can still invade them. Okay, at some point I might start doing invasions, like maybe Iran eventually. But for now, let's just get Baghdad alone. And here I'm just going to get... Is it Damascus is those three, and Jazeera is those three? Yeah, let's get Damascus, because after Damascus I can attack Israel, and that's actually obviously pretty good idea. Oh, I could actually become a king of Israel. Is it gonna work? No, this is just jihad. Okay, we're not declaring jihads anytime soon. Oh, another fun story is that because Crusaders are active, Pope can attack, declare a Crusader, and the most likely target is going to be Turkey. I mean, it's gonna be called Crusade for Greece because it's gonna be against Constantinople, but yeah, okay. So holy for Damascus. And now we raise all the troops. And I'm gonna get all the remaining wives later. Okay, let's get everyone. Let's increase the game speed. Oh, you would actually not. Oh, interesting. Oh, because you landed this guy, so I have to... Okay. So I have to ask him directly. Okay, this is my decision, because... so, it's not that he doesn't like the idea, it's just that because he became landed, his son became landed, now I have to ask his son. Okay, so now I'm married. Now let's get a few more wives, because obviously as a Muslim I need 4 wives. And who is this? With Khan Sultan of... Okay, this is one of the Kazakh minors. Sultan of Morocco, that sounds nice. Okay, let's get this one. That's some random Khan. Okay, so Sultan of Morocco has a lot of daughters. Mansa... I don't even know what Mansa is. Somebody in Mali. I don't think I can call those minor Khans into war, ever. Shah of Iran... probably not. And some Mongol princess. I guess. Yeah, let's get that. Okay, the Voyages of Zhengse... what? Oh, that's probably from base game. A great fleet from distant lands of China has appeared in the Arabian Sea, commanded by the Yunus explorer Zheng He, or Haji Mahmud Samsung, as you know in Arabic. The fleet colossal treasure ships at a size never before seen in the waters. Okay, so this is just a flavor event that does nothing whatsoever. Okay, yeah, so I need to marry all my... I need to marry everybody. Okay, can I... wait, I hope it didn't join a war against me, that would be really annoying. Okay, non-aggression pact, good. Can I actually alliance with you? Okay, we have an alliance. Okay, I keep misclicking. GG. GG. Yeah, let's just group everybody, then we're going to Doomstack around. I could actually marry somebody in Jordan, that would be sensible. How strong is Jordan? 5k, not amazing, but that's always something. Okay, I still have a few daughters, so let's just marry you with one of my daughters. Okay, and now let's get an alliance. Good. So we're actually going to have this ridiculous alliance of ISIS with Iran. Okay. Okay, now, are you going to automatically join it, or...? Okay, so I have some alliances. Oh, so they join my wars automatically, this is amazing. Okay, can I get one with Kazakhstan as well? Actually, Kazakhstan is quite far. Okay, what else can I get? Let's check Afghanistan. She's a bit old. She's also a bit old. They have any spare daughters? Okay, let's take a look at my daughters. This one is married to heir to Iran. This one is heir to Kazakhstan. This is heir to Jordan. Yeah, let's just make sure we actually have an alliance. Oh, you don't? Because you're afraid of me. Okay, it's fine, I guess. Okay, let's ally with his son, and then he might die at some point. That's fine. I have 2 more daughters, but they're still underage, and I only have 3 wives, so I can have 1 more wife. Let's take a look at all the wife slots. Pakistan sounds fine. That's 6k. Actually, Pakistan is, well, not that powerful as it should be. What about those? Uzbekistan? Why is he a Kagan? Shouldn't it be Nomadland? It's like a mixed nomad, non-nomad land? I don't know. It's Morocco. We can ally with this guy. Could also get... how about Oman? No, this is quite weak. Yemen is surprisingly strong. Okay, how old is your daughter? That's fine, let's just get married to her. Okay, so that's one more alliance. Yeah, let's just get a lot of alliances. The nice thing about being Muslim is that you can have a lot of alliances. Okay, let's just take a look at... okay, we can just go there. Oh, this is just my random courier. Okay, so you have an alliance with me, but I can't really... oh, I can call you into war? How does it even work? Can I call you into war? Okay, fine, whatever. You want to marry some random nobody. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with people marrying random nobodies. Yeah, a lot of offers. It's probably going to be that like that for quite a while. Some random nobody and some random nobody. Oh, why Damascus has such a low supply level? Because it's desert. Okay. So let's start by wrecking his army. Oh yeah. Let's just make sure I do not lead the troops. That's just bullshit. You should never lead the troops unless you're totally desperate. These are not the most amazing commanders of all the times, but they will do fine. Okay, I can attack them here. They have more armies than they ought to. I have my event spawn troops and that's still like... well, I can always wait for like everybody here to come. I have a lot of allies. Let's make sure we have another alliance here. Oh, here's a war here, so let's not. Who's my last wife? Oh, Yemen. Okay, let's ally Yemen. Okay. $15, $20. I'm not gonna make it. Okay, so did they hire a bunch of guys or what? Hired 7k. And did you hire someone? You hired 7k. Okay, so they both hired 7,000 mercs, I think. Let's take a look if they hired Holy Orders by accident. No, they hired like legitimate mercs probably. Okay, yeah, so they're hiring mercs. Not sure where they have money from. Oh yes, money. Let's get some money from the Jews. Borrow money from the Jews. Can we plot? Of course we can plot. We could plot against this guy because we have an alliance with his son. Maybe some other time. Okay, so one thing I could wait for... that's probably Jew money. Like, that's my guess. This is probably Jew money. So what I could do is I could just wait for this money to run out. That's a lot of money. How does he have 600 gold? Oh, because every king in the game starts with a bunch of money. Okay, so that's one of the things in the mod is that everybody who's like a king or emperor starts with just some money. Just so they don't get bankrupt right away. Then they can actually do something. Okay, that's gonna take a while to actually... and I can't attack him because this is like low supply, so everything here is just gonna be quite awkward. He only has this? He has literally the domain of 1? Why? I'm sure he starts with more. Oh, because he wanted to give it to his son? Is that the thing? Okay, so yeah, so he gave all his lands to his son, that makes sense. Let's take a look at Iraq. Okay, I can take this quite fast. Yeah, yeah, let's just stay here, I guess. It's gonna take a while. my hope is that Iran is going to wreck Iraq and Syria. Those guys are going to take over, or at least attack Syrian army. Okay, so that's completely expected. I see this pretty much every time because Constantinople has the highest weight of all the places for Crusades. Okay, delicious coffee is delicious. So Crusade for Greece. Probably Greece is going to win. Turkey is probably going to win, but you never know. Yeah, I'm just waiting here. This is going to be a bait. Once I withdraw, he's going to just come here and he's gonna die. Oh, well, yeah, actually, let's do something interesting. Let's take a look at all the characters I can invite. Gender, man. Search all. And let's use the mod that allows us filtering by accepting invitation. Okay, so let's mark you as interesting character. Also, there's only one guy with high martial. Nobody else has high martial. And that's not completely useless. I need some commanders. My commanders are kind of crap right now. So let's invite some guys to court, and I'm going to make them into commanders. Oh yeah, let's just make sure this is on. Okay, so let's get homes. So this is a fairly slow start. Okay, so you are now... Okay, let's just kick him out of command. Kick this guy out of command. And let's get some proper commanders. Okay, my courtier and some guy in Bangladesh. Point commander. Appoint commander. And you have 12, which is actually not that amazing. Yeah, 12, 11 is just not worth it. Okay, so let's just untag them. If I run out of commanders because they get wounded or something, then I'm just going to have like a backup. Okay, yeah, everybody wants to marry some random guys. This is just random courtier. Oh, everybody wants the same random courtier. Okay. Some lowborn Shia girl. Well, everybody needs like 4 wives, so that's kinda understandable. This is actually wrong place because it's not part of the ticking war score. However, this is all desert, and I don't want to split my army because then they're gonna get attacked. Okay, my first wife got pregnant. This is quite nice. Oh, hello Egypt. Good. Yeah, so I might have to help them. They don't seem to be that interested in attacking. Okay, are you actually going for it? Wait, what? What was that? Who the hell? This is Iran? Why is this Iran? Is this okay, I'm quite confused why this is part of Iran. I think that's because that's part of the Holy Order. Yeah, this is Hashishim. So this fortress in Baalbek, because it's Hashishim, this is actually controlled by Iran, because Hashishim are vassals to Iran, and the same way Zealots are vassals to Israel. So Israel is actually a bit stronger than it seems because it has a vassal holy order. That's why they might actually be a bit more difficult to attack than they seem. Okay, 24th. 29. Okay, so let's just let them attack first, and then I'll join. Okay, let's get the best guys, and the rest can just continue the siege. Hello, second person watching this.